Hi everyone, today I'm going to be recreating the look that Blake Lively wore at the Council of Fashion Designers of America Awards this year. It's a very sort of girly look, a very pretty look, and I'm just going to get straight into it. So I'm going to start off by using the Dermablend corrector stick. I'm just applying this straight from the bullet onto my skin, over blemishes and sort of underneath my eyes, and then I'm just going to blend this in using my finger because I find this way it's better for the product to blend. After I've blended this product out, I'm going to apply the product to my forehead and the rest of my face and just blend this in using a Real Techniques buffing brush. Then as always, I'm setting this with my Stay Matte powder by Rimmel. Then taking a paint pot by MAC, I'm going to prime my eyelids. I'm just going to apply this to my eyelids using my fingers and blend this in. Then taking my trusted Naked palette by Urban Decay, I'm using a Deluxe crease brush by Real Techniques and applying a matte brown to the crease. On a flat shader brush by Real Techniques, I'm taking a light shimmery colour and applying this to my inner corners. Then I'm taking two pink shades from the palette and mixing them together and applying this using the same brush on the entire eyelid. I'm mixing the two shades together to achieve a nice shimmery pink shade, similar to the shade that Blake wore. I'm then taking a dark purpley brown colour from the palette and applying this to my crease. I'm just being quite precise as to where I'm applying it. This is just to create a little bit of depth. I'm then taking an eyebrow brush by Real Techniques and applying these shades to my lower lash line. Blake Lively actually had a brown shade on her waterline, so I'm just taking this eyeliner pencil and applying this. Then taking an e.l.f. concealer brush, I'm using the black shade from the Urban Decay Naked Basics palette and I'm just using the shadow as an eyeliner. Blake's whole look was sort of 60s inspired with the eyeliner and the hairdo, so I'm just going to ensure that I've got the wing and I'm just going to blend this out ever so nicely just to create a subtle wash and blend all the eyeshadows together. I'm then going to take my Lasting Perfection concealer and dot this around my eyes, just underneath my eyes and sort of underneath my eyebrows as well. Then I'm going to blend this out with an Urban Decay eyeshadow brush, which is a dual-ended brush. I believe I received this with either my original Naked palette or the second one. And then I'm also using the flat side of this brush or the flat shader brush and blending out the concealer just underneath my eyeliner just to clean up the look, and then underneath my eyes. To set this concealer, I'm taking the same brush and using a light matte shade from the Urban Decay Naked Basics palette and just gently applying this underneath my eyebrows and on my under eyes. I'm going to then apply a generous coat of mascara and I'm just using the L'Oreal Volume Million Lashes mascara here. Now I know I already set my concealer on my under eye area before, but I'm just redoing this using a Real Techniques setting brush and my Rimmel Stay Matte powder. And this is the finished eye makeup look. Now onto the cheeks. I'm taking my blush brush by Real Techniques and applying a nice pinky blush to the cheeks. Now this one's by MAC, I think it's called Desert Rose, and it just gives a nice pink wash of colour. Using the same Urban Decay brush I used earlier, I'm applying a highlighter from the Urban Decay original palette and just applying this to my cheekbones and my Cupid's bow. Now onto the lips. I'm just using a nice pink shade. I'm just using a shade from the Apocalypse Lip Lacquer's collection, and this is a similar shade to what Blake wore, a very nice rosy pink colour but not too overpowering or too bright. And there we have it. This is the finished makeup look with the eyes and the lips and the sort of complexion, and also I did style my hair in a similar way. I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you in the next one. Bye everyone!